Wait, I know what you're thinking. This is going to be another meta tactic test with high pressing football. You're right. However, this time we're going to see it in a match against an elite club like Real Madrid. Most meta tactics tend to work well if you're the better team, but if you're going up against a team like Real Madrid, you might be exposed at the back. So today we'll find out, can a top-ranked FM24 tactic completely dominate Real Madrid without conceding a single goal? Now, I'm taking a huge risk playing this match against Real Madrid because my team has not really trained with this tactic. It's just the first time I'm actually going to load it, and I know it's not a very good idea to do that against a team like Real Madrid. We have to push the tactic at the worst case scenario and see what will actually happen. So I do have my best squad picked out for this lineup against Real Madrid, and hopefully that is going to give us an advantage into the game. And just straight up here from kickoff, we can see that we already have three center forwards, and our three central midfielders are fairly close to the center forward, and we have a flat back four representing the 4-3-3 system that we're actually going to play here against Real Madrid. Real Madrid, on the other hand, have a 4-2-3-1 system. I think that's the way they prefer to play. But for this system or for us to actually get a better picture of what this game is going to look like, we can actually go for a sideline camera. So you can see how this top-ranked tactic actually goes up against the might of Real Madrid. So straight up from kickoff right now, we have an extended highlight selected. We can see that the team just tries to, I think, retain possession of the ball. It's still beginning of the match at this point, so let's just allow things to flow. So Real Madrid currently have possession of the ball, and our players are not really pressing as hard as I expected them to press. Madrid are already getting into the box. Oh, that's a penalty. That's an early penalty for Real Madrid. 1 minute into the game, we're already looking like we're going to concede a goal. It looked like it was going to be a penalty. It's a penalty awarded for Real Madrid. This isn't going as I planned. So Hendrik steps up for Real Madrid. How is this going to be? Oh, goalkeeper has saved it. Granted through him. Thank you very much. So we're still with our clean sheet. We've not yet conceded. Remember, we can't actually concede in this game because that is the plan. Let's make sure with the corner. Can we clear that away? Very good defending. So we're still yet to register a chance in this game. And I feel over time, as the game continues to unfold, we're going to get something out of it. So just to pause the game here, we can see our back four, and then if you just look towards the attacking front of our team, you can see that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players ready to press the opposition's back four. So we already have a numerical superiority against them. I think that's about 5 players. So the strikers and then the 2 attacking midfielders or central midfielders inside the box are obviously going to hassle the opposition's defense. So we're just going to wait and see how that actually unfolds. But you see that actually creates a problem here for us in defensive midfield. We have one defensive midfielder here. Seferovic only has a passing lane of 1 to the fullback. You can also pass to somebody here. That's my right centre back. But playing the ball to the DM here means that it can actually put us in a lot of trouble. So it's really scary. It's high risk, high reward, but that comes with a lot of problems. So let's see what Seferovic chooses to do here. Plays it to the fullback, again to the DM, but DM goes again to lose possession almost immediately. So we can see that that's a clear problem for this system. Real Madrid can actually go ahead and exploit that, but since we're not altering the system in any way, let's see what's going to happen. They're still in control of the game. They had most of the chances. We're yet to actually create anything in the game so far. There is the goal from Real Madrid, and we've already lost the challenge because we've gone on to concede a first goal in this game from a corner directly for Real Madrid. That was almost a very easy header. I don't know how that actually happened. They're getting a lot of chances from set pieces, and so far so good. We're yet to create anything in the game. Yes, Bisho with another corner, this time from the left-hand side. Bonera, ooh. Real Madrid are completely dominating the game, and we're yet to get into it. It's really disappointing to see how my team is playing so far so good. We can see a reluctance in my players in getting the ball back. Real Madrid are almost walking past them, and it's getting too easy. Despite the fact that we have a very high press setup and much higher or much more often trigger press selected, it doesn't really change anything. We're yet to still get the ball from Real Madrid. They kind of have complete domination of the ball right now. So here's a chance. Finally, almost 30 minutes have gone into the game. Glenn Hyder, that's my defensive midfielder, but he still goes on to win possession. He's on a yellow card, so it makes it really risky for us. Here's my fullback. Oh, that was almost in. Oh my goodness. So we're slowly growing into the game. I'm starting to see our team create some chances. My wingback hasn't done enough in this game, Stalins, but he's already on a yellow card right now. Now, looking at the options that he has inside the box, there are 3 players that he can actually cross to. 2 of those players, or we have 2 Real Madrid players cramped together. They might not be able to do anything, but Football Manager is strange like that. You can go ahead and play across here to my strikers. We also have 3 players or even 4 supporting that attack. So what does the fullback actually go to do here? He goes ahead to play a sweet ball. Oh, that was really close. Lucas nearly tapped it home. So we're slowly growing into the game. We're starting to create some chances. Here's Hansen for Real Madrid. Hendrik. We've gone on to recover. Warren Zaire-Emery. Thank you very much. Oh, Hendrik has recovered possession again. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Ulbrich, you're not supposed to head the ball that way. So I noticed the fact that we're very attacking in this system makes our team make a lot of rash decisions. But here's our defensive midfielder in possession of the ball. He cycles the ball back. Again, I noticed that he's in a very difficult situation. If I go ahead and pause the game here, we can see that he's marked by 1, 2, 3, 4 players. And he has an option to the central midfielder here and also to the fullback outside. He can go ahead and play a simple pass to the central midfielder here, but that player could be marked by this guy. So I noticed that the defensive midfielder has a lot of job to do in this particular system. As good as it is, you're going to need a very powerful defensive midfielder for this to work consistently against an elite team like Real Madrid. So here's Klein Hyder, plays the through ball to the striker instead. I didn't even see that pass was available. The striker goes out to the fullback, Park Myung-jink. Yes, Landu goes direct. Why? Why is he going direct? It's probably because we are playing on an attacking mentality. So far, so good. It's halftime. We're not out of the game yet, but I don't like the way we've been playing so far. We had like 5 shots and 2 of them have been on target. Real Madrid have the same amount of shots on target, but they've taken more shots. And they're also leading the game by 1-0. But possession-wise, it's pretty balanced. Everything is 50-50. They have slightly better XG, but I think over time we're slowly growing into the game, which is what the stats are actually showing right now. And go back to the dressing room and try to encourage the team to do a bit better. But so far, we're not actually destroying Real Madrid. That's because it's Real Madrid. And we'll see how the second half actually unfolds. Here's Bonura. I expect my team to press a lot harder at this point. I don't know why it's Javela. So he's currently on a yellow card. And he goes on to tackle, even being on a yellow card. Bro. Seferovic, nice job. Nice clearance. So now I have to take the huge risk of taking off some of my players that are already on the yellow card. That is going to probably save us a lot of stress from losing this game because we are 1 man down. So I'm going to just take off my fullback in Stalins. He hasn't played really well at all. I'm going to find my other right back, Abudramane Traore. He's a centre back, but he should be able to play as a right back in that position. Javeloso as well, one of my best players to be honest, but I'm going to have to take him off now. For another player in, what's his name? Goku Duman. My defensive midfielder in Klein Hyder is another player I'm going to want to take off. I'm going to bring up a playmaker to play that role now. Klein Hyder is more of a ball-winning midfielder, so I'm going to just bring on Horvat, which is more of a deep line playmaker for us. And then Seferovic, of course, I'm going to just take him off for another centre-back in Thomas De Carlo. Just have him in there and then see if those changes can actually help us get a victory in this game. Here's Franchini. Albrecht. Zaire-Emery through ball to Landu. Oh, Landu, what are you playing? He just goes for goal directly. Landu hasn't had a very good game, so I'm just going to go ahead and take him off now. He's playing at a 6.1. Usually when I see players play at a 6.1, I just go ahead and take them off. I would have preferred Albrecht to play as a centre forward and then Fresno Landu play on the left hand side, but that is my mistake. I'm going to bring on Malik Garugues at this point to try and have him finish off the game. Lucas hasn't played well at all, to be honest. He's 6.4, so you can go ahead and take him off as well and bring on Joan Anton. Okay, we can't have any more substitutions, sadly. Okay, so Lucas is going to finish the game. Go ahead and encourage the team to do well. And with those changes that we've made, we're slowly getting better at XG right now, above Real Madrid. So we have a chance for a corner here. Ronza Emery is shockingly still in the game. I don't know why I haven't stopped him yet. But he goes on to take a corner, headed away. Here's Goku Duman. Plays it back to Zaire Emery, out to Romero. We're back in the game. Those substitutions have paid wonderfully. Very lovely football from Atletico Madrid. So we're finally getting something into the game. We've got our way back. We did go on to concede a goal, which is terrible for how we were expecting this to go. I actually wanted to play with a clean sheet. But ball out to Zaire Emery. Thomas Romero just locks it home. Very easy finish. So another set piece routine right now. Mark Albridge, he could go for a short option, but Albridge goes on to take directly. Goku Duman. If we go ahead and pause it here, what we see is that I have two central defenders or two players that are actually staying back. Goku Duman has actually inspired a comeback for us, and we can see him trying to recycle possession here. I do like to have a player that can, when the ball goes out or he's headed away, he can go ahead and recycle possession and continue it. That's exactly what he does. Out to Horvat. Horvat nearly scored there. Real Madrid are already, oh my goodness, they have a corner of their own. This is risky. We have 15 minutes to go. Very good clearance. Can we win the ball back? Oh, another corner. Micho. Ooh, headed away. Out to Endrick. Endrick is probably one of the better players at Real Madrid. Here's Traore. Out to Lucas. Lucas plays it down. Zaire Emery. Traore. Ooh. Look how far my ball playing defender actually got into the box. So unlike when you're playing against other teams, it's quite difficult to high press Real Madrid and get possession of the ball from them. Even if you're using a very good tactic, they tend to hold on to possession of the ball really well. There's an attempt to recover possession. Didn't really work out. Through ball. Ah, we're in trouble. We're in trouble. Micho. Lovely save. What just happened there? We have to just take that back and see what happened there. 10 seconds back, and we can see here that my fullback is slightly higher up. We have a winger here from Real Madrid that is running into acres of space. Honestly, he should have scored from there. But a through ball to the winger, Urenda. That's when my fullback goes again to just make the tackle almost immediately. I think the tackle harder instruction is what is working in that effect there. And Micho goes on to continue it, and then my defender, Di Carlo, tries to make another tackle, which he fails to do. Fails magnificently. And then Micho goes on to take the shot. Misses it. My goalkeeper makes the save. So there's a player injured on the field. Is he going to get his treatment on the field, or are we going to shovel him out? Like, wait, he's getting up. He went back down. Is he confused? Leave the field, man. What's he doing? Jesus. This is delay tactics I'm seeing here. This is delay tactics. So Micho with the corner for Real Madrid. I do hope that they don't go on to win this game from a set piece. I would be so gutted. Micho headed away. Lovely. We're struggling to hold on to possession of the ball. Even when we go ahead and tackle, it just goes back to them. So we have like 5 minutes more to go in this game. Is there something that we can actually pull off here? Ah, Gilkman, that's not a very good pass. Urenda is in acres of space. So there's a problem I noticed with this system, that you have a lot of, if you have, your fullback is usually exposed. So if you go ahead and take this back 10 seconds, we can see that once the through ball goes here from Endrick, my fullback, and this is my center back, this is also my other center back, my fullback is all the way up here and he can't track his marker. So Urenda is in acres of space. Why he doesn't score is a mystery to me, but we just cover just enough to try and get into that space and then stop the team from completing any of their chances. So it's good defending, but I think you need very good players that can cover that space, because with the normal team, you may not be able to track back that fast and close down that space in the time that my player went on to do it. So 3 more minutes to go now. Real Madrid are still cycling possession around, trying to get something out of this game. Oh, very good header. Garrigues out to Albridge. There's nobody supporting Albridge. Why? He's alone. Albridge. Oh, Garrigues nearly. That was nearly. So one more chance from a corner. Here's Parkman and Jane. Can he play it short? Will he play it short? Goes direct. Lucas. Ah, that was close. So that might just about be that. It was leveled at 1-1. I think this game could have gone either way, depending on how you go ahead to start it. But it was nothing exceptionally different about the tactic. Against an elite team like Real Madrid, you probably would play well. We had 2.86 XG. We could have done better, but to be honest, I didn't really enjoy how aggressive it was. I know Real Madrid is a top team, but my team was not able to dominate the game as often as I thought we were going to. We didn't high press them. We didn't try to recover possession too quickly. We're almost too respectful to Real Madrid despite having a very aggressive setup. I'm just going to show you the setup real quick to see what I was expecting my team to actually do. So if you go back to the tactical system, we've dropped the third, by the way, 1 point off Barcelona and Villarreal. However, if we look at the system and what I was expecting my team to actually produce, this is the starting lineup that I went with. It's an attacking system, a 4-3-3 created by the assembler. It's the top ranked football manager tactic. And to be honest, in this particular game against an elite team like Real Madrid, we did not dominate the game as I thought a top ranked tactic would dominate. So that is hugely disappointing. My defensive midfielder was not actually a defensive midfielder. It was a roaming playmaker. So I had a ball in the midfielder style of player playing in a roaming playmaker role. So that's a huge problem. I think team selection really matters when you're playing a tactic. You need to have the right player playing the right role. If not, it might just not be as good enough or as effective enough as it should be. But this is the system that is probably ranked the highest in most of the football manager tests. And we've done a video about this. I'm going to put a link in the description so you can go ahead and see a complete breakdown of this tactic, how everything ties together, all the player rules, all the player instructions, and all the team instructions.